Good morning, Patriots. It is Friday, November 22nd. And I'll tell you what, you guys already have me cracking up in the chat. You guys are too much. Freaking early. You guys. It was asked in the chat, what sunscreen number do we use for ICBMs? Oh, it's too early. I'm not kidding when I say I almost delayed coming on camera. I was laughing so hard. Oh, God. We're a dark community. Oh, boy. It's good seeing all of you. Jeff says there's snow in Pennsylvania. Paul's from Huntsville, Alabama. Love that. Good to see you, Paul. Paul's always in here. Love that. Pam, what's going on? Happy Friday. Everybody sing Happy Friday. Danielle, good morning, Sam. Jason, Karen, I see ya. Peggy, his servant. We got everybody over there on YouTube Rumble. You got Dave, Mizzy, Dizzy. Pat's always in the house. Architect. Who else we got here? Who am I missing here? We got Jeremy in here. The architect. A lot of people. So it's good seeing all you Patriots. Everybody's kind of stumbling in here, which is great. If you are just viewing us and you're not in the live chat, I highly recommend you come hang out with us in the live chat. If you don't know how to do it, try to figure it out today, because our community is awesome, and it's really funny, some of the stuff that our members write. What's going on, Devil? So, yeah, come hang out with us. We'd really, really love that. If you're just new to the show, again, welcome. We do this 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time each and every weekday. Fridays is a little bit more lax. I read more of the chat. We kind of do sidebar conversations, but look, I got a lot of news to cover, too. We over news. It's not like we're not. I just want to let you guys know what the game plan is for those that are new. The regulars, well, you know what we do here. What's going on, Scotty? Scotty in the South. Is there Scott in the North? What's up? Let's jump into this. Now, I'm being told Trump is playing 4D chess. While everybody's sitting there with their Crayola crayons trying to draw between the lines, Trump is making moves. And one of the moves he made was this one right here. Trump taps Pam Bondi for U.S. Attorney General. And I'm being told, I don't know anything about this woman. I'm being told she's a fabulous pick. I'm also being told that Matt Gaetz, the intention, now who knows if this is BS or not. I was told that Matt Gaetz was just not a fall guy. That's not the right word. But a guy that was put in place that would create a frenzy within not just the Democrat Party and the mainstream media, but also stirring the pot in the Republican Party to kind of figure out who those rhinos are and who's not going to sit there and follow kind of in line with the Trump Meister. And so Matt Gaetz obviously stirred that pot. And, well, there's a lot of Republicans that should be on a list right now. Let's just say, I think the Trump team would be wise to sit there and go, oh, yeah, this guy. Uh-huh. Yeah, we're going to write his old name down good. Yep, he's done. He's done. Oh, that guy? Yep, we're writing his name. He's done, too. That's what they should be doing. Now, President-elect Donald Trump announced on Thursday evening that he has already selected a replacement for his nominee for U.S. Attorney General after former Representative Matt Gaetz withdrew his name from consideration earlier in the day, which means to tell me that either Matt Gaetz truly was never going to really hold the position in the first place. I am really bald, yes. And that this lady was already kind of queued up, or she was in the running already, and, we're not going to ever really know. So I'm proud to announce former Attorney General of the great state of Florida, Pam Bondi, as our next Attorney General of the United States. Trump said in a statement, Pam was a prosecutor for nearly 20 years, where she was very tough on violent criminals, which we need right now, and made the streets safe for Florida families, which we need all across the United States. Trump highlighted Bondi's record as the first female Attorney General of Florida, noting that she worked to stop drug traffickers and tackle the fentanyl problem plaguing America's streets. And the reason why he's highlighting this is because the Biden-Harris administration are the ones that allowed this to take place, and you need somebody to come in there and clean up the mess. She did such an incredible job that I asked her to serve on the Opioid and Drug Abuse Commission during my first term. We saved many lives, and we're about to save a lot more, friends. We're about to save not just American lives, but hopefully Russian, Ukrainian lives. And I have updates on that, folks. I have updates on Russia and Ukraine. So heads up. For too long, the partisan Department of Justice has been weaponized against me and other Republicans. Not anymore, Trump said. Pam will refocus the DOJ to its intended purpose on fighting crime and making America safe again. We're going to make America strong again. We're going to make America healthy again. We're going to make America safe again. And fellow Americans and patriots, we're going to make America great again. I love it. I freaking love Trump. He's the best. He's the best. Around. Everybody come to see me now. He's the best. People are asking if I'm really bald. You guys know I am. Stop it. You're pandering. You love my baldness. Trump's thinning a little bit too. I don't know if you saw that. Trump's not just thinning on top. Trump is slimming down. Have you guys seen Trump? I wanted to bring them up the other day. I don't want to spook anybody. Is he doing okay though? I really do mean that. Trump is thinning. I don't know if he's just because RFK's in the house and we're getting you. Trump, I'm only coming in if you get off the Mickey D's. Okay, if you slim down a little bit, not so much soda. Maybe he just cut soda. I mean, you'll drop a lot of weight if you just cut soda. So Trump's thinning up a little bit. He's looking good. He's looking good. He's looking older. He's looking a little bit older because he lost weight. Usually people who lose weight look older. He still looks good. Now, like I said, some Republicans didn't like Matt Gaetz, but they all love her. They all love Bondi. Bondi is like Bondo. It brings people together. The rhinos and the actual rhinos. I guess the rhinos and the actual Republicans. I don't know. Yeah, the RFK effect. Exactly right. Republicans praise Bondi following nomination. She'll be an incredible attorney general. Now, it's really interesting what Republicans are saying here compared to what you're going to see the mainstream media say in just one moment. So she was nominated. And Matt Gaetz, who I, again, am thinking was just never going to be attorney general in the first place, he stepped out. Now, his whole thing is he going to be a congressman? Is he going to take Marco Rubio's spot since Rubio is going to be a Secretary of State? We'll have to see where Matt Gaetz has a place here because he kind of bowed out. I don't know what is up with Trump and blonde women, but there are a lot of blondies around him. So hopefully she does a great job. I'm really looking forward to seeing her as attorney general. But remember, you guys, we're sexist. Remember how we were called sexist? That word, we're patriarchy. We're a patriarchy. We don't allow women to be in high positions. Trump's White House press secretary is a freaking woman. His attorney general, a powerful ass position, is a woman. His UN ambassador is Elise Stefanik. Is she UN? Yeah, I think she's the UN ambassador. Is a woman. His prior UN ambassador, Nikki Haley, was a woman. His prior White House press secretary, Sarah Huckabee Sanders, Kayleigh McEnany, who's a god. She's a goat. She's the goat of White House press secretaries. A woman. He's gonna take away women's rights. Freaking lefties, man. Out of their minds. So Pam Bondi is a stellar selection by the Trump attorney for President Trump for Attorney General, he said. Pam and I worked closely together when she was a Florida Attorney General, and I chaired justice in the state of the House. That comes from, I believe, Matt Gaetz himself. She is a proven litigator, an inspiring leader, and a champion for all Americans, he continued. She will bring the needed reforms to the DOJ. So there's a lot of reforms that are taking place, and this is going to go in conjunction, I hope, with what Elon Musk as well as Vivek Ramaswamy are going to do with just the rest of government, which we have some updates on in a moment. Pam Bondi, this comes from Mike Johnson, excelled as an attorney general in Florida and has dedicated her career to enforcing the law. She will work with, you love that, right? God, it's so fun. You guys remember, all this stuff is very crafted, all the stuff they're doing, because if you notice, there's a certain administration in office that doesn't want to enforce the law, which, by the way, it's called the executive branch because they're supposed to execute the laws that are on the books, and they haven't been doing it. They haven't been doing it, and I'm tired, says Trump. She will work with President Trump to end the weaponization of the justice system and uphold the rule of law. Pam will be a great attorney general. I mean, it just goes on and on. You got Paxton, you got everybody in here. So, and good for everybody bandwagoning around her. I'm all for it. And, we'll see how she turns out. But I hope that, I hope she does great things for this country, which is an obvious statement here on the show. You guys know that we love America. It's the greatest country that has ever been created. If you're enjoying what you're seeing, folks, hit that like button. It does support us. If you think we deserve a subscription, it's absolutely free. Just hit that subscribe button or hit the word follow over at Rumble. We're also on X. We're on TikTok. We're everywhere. You can find us everywhere. Now, the mainstream media, it doesn't matter. It just shows it doesn't matter who Trump picks. They're just going to lose their minds. So MSNBC contributor panics over Trump's nominating Bondi for AG. Why? Check this out. Oh, God. I almost spit up my coffee earlier when I read this. Because she's dangerous, but she's competent. She's dangerous because she's competent. Yes, correct. You want to know why? You want competence there because that means people are going to do their job, but they're freaking out right now. You could just tell, right? I haven't even started it. You could just tell. Why the matter is, she's gonna freaking tear the country apart. I don't know if he actually says that, but we're about to find out.
Pam Bondi is exactly what I was saying in the last segment that we should all fear because she's competent. We may not agree with her ideologically, but she actually knows how to do this job. So if anyone on the Democratic side or anyone who cared about liberty or justice was thinking, well, maybe Matt Gaetz will screw this up and that'll give us some time. No, Pam Bondi knows what she's doing. She knows what she's doing about immigration. Remember, Florida is one of those states that's been very aggressive about migrants and deportation and moving people to different states and everything else like that. Florida has enacted all sorts of rules and laws to curtail students and what they can do on campuses and finding legal justifications for manipulating education money. She is a dangerous and effective pick, and that's frankly worse than what we would have got with Matt Gaetz, even with the deplorable moral background that he has.
Yeah, and I want to discuss that with a little more depth with both of you, including her record on civil rights, LGBTQ rights, and other issues that are front and center at the DOJ, and which we know were also big campaign issues this cycle. So
Pam Bondi.
Just freaking out. People are saying they never wish that they ever went after Matt Gaetz. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. They're freaking out. They don't know what to do. Trump sit there and has like a 6-chamber revolver. You know what I mean? He's like, all right, we're going to shoot off Matt Gaetz right now. Right? They don't like that. They're like, all right, we got another one. It's Bondi. Let's shoot off some Bondi. And look, everyone's saying it's a good pick. We'll see what comes of it. Now, some of you kind of mentioned MSNBC, like, oh, they're still around. Well, everyone is in a panic because MSNBC staff upset after Comcast confirms it's looking to spin off cable news. Oh. Yo, MSNBC staffers are freaking out. They're in a panic. They're losing their minds after the media giant Comcast confirmed reports that it was looking to spin off its cable news outlets. Uh-oh. Stars of left-leaning network like Katie Turner, Rachel Maddow, Jansing, reportedly joined a tense meeting led by NBC Universal chairman to discuss the news of a spinoff. Met with staff during and curious about its MSNBC would have to change its name, logo, and headquarters. Sounds like they're not doing too well. It's like CNN that's getting 60,000 views during primetime. Those with knowledge about the meeting said Lazarus didn't offer much information. He's the chairman, by the way. Information about what is meant for them or whether there would be any changes, the outlet noted. Everyone is in a panic because everything is up in the air. Yeah, because you guys suck. You guys suck. All of you suck at your jobs. This guy right here, I always say it, Joe Scarborough of Morning Joe, sat there and said Donald Trump was going to start executing people in the streets if he was elected president. Now, if somebody came on the air, look, I get like the satire or whatever. That's not satire. You're just being an idiot at that point. Why would anybody take you serious, you know? At least here on my channel, it's called Bald Brad for a reason, because it's not supposed to be taken super seriously. I know sometimes we get frustrated, we get a little emotional, and we also laugh a lot. But if it was supposed to be super serious, right, I would call it the Brad Roberts Show. I'm making fun of myself because I like to have fun and I like to laugh, hence the Bald Brad Show. It's supposed to be a joke, a play on myself. And it kind of, you know, I'm not saying it rolls off the tongue a little bit. It's a slight tongue twister. But it's a good name. People don't really know what's going on, another source said. They had the election, holidays are coming up. People are tired and just trying to get through. Yes, we all been saying that. We're all tired. Get the hell, Joe, get out of the Oval Office. Joe, get the hell out now. We need a real president in there. It's one of the few times I wish Donald Trump was actually elected, like a president was elected before the actual election day, because we got to get bleep done. Anybody in the chat, where the hell is Joe right now? Anybody? There you go. I'm not bald, but identify as one. I love that. As of 9 a.m. That's awesome. Good. Between the hours of 9 a.m. and 10 a.m., I'm a bald man too. Can I start a move? Hold on a second. There's a hold. Can I start a movement here? All these lefty progressive women buzzing their heads and shaving their heads. Nuh-uh. Justice for bald men. Make bald men great again, Trump. They're trying to cultural appropriation. I'm starting it now. Hashtag believe all bald men. My culture's being appropriated. They're not really bald. I am. Look what they taken from me. My identity was stolen. I can't sit there and do anything. I can't hold a job anymore because there's people that took what I had. All I had was my baldness. I can't sit there and do anything anymore. I'm being discriminated against. They're taking everything. If you notice, if you just swap out race for baldness, right? You can't sit there and have braids. That's cultural appropriation. They're all buzzing their heads. Holy lordy. Anywho, back to this. What was I talking about? What the hell's going on here? See, I told you. It's just Friday's a different vibe, man. Friday tends to have lower viewership because, everyone's ready for the weekend, but it's also fun. Where were we? Yeah, people don't know what's going on. Yeah, of course they don't. It comes following a report Wednesday by the New York Times that Comcast would spin off its cable news outlets MSNBC and CNBC along with other channels, Oxygen. I didn't even know that was still around. I think E's Entertainment, Sci-Fi, and the Golf Channel for the new company. The changes will reportedly not affect the broadcast news group, NBC News, NBC Sports, Telemundo, and streaming services. Okay, well. We'll see what happens with that. They might dissolve MSNBC, and good, because it sucks. It's about time. It seems like people are waking up. Isn't being bald a disability? You know what? It might be. It might be. And damn you, George. Damn you. My own community. My own community hitting me. I love it. That's why I can't read the chat. You guys get me riled up. See that, see how we could joke and nobody gets offended? You know what I mean? You can't do that in these leftist progressive channels. You know what I mean? You can't do it. They don't like comedy. I love comedy. I can make fun of myself. I get it. I think it's hilarious. As long as I get to make fun of everybody else. It's fair game. But it might be a disability. It might be. I don't know what it is. I don't know if I'm mineral deficient. I don't know if I'm just stressed out of my mind. File for disability. Okay. Make disability something again. We'll figure it out. We can work on it in the chat. We can work on it. It's our slogan now. I'm taking back disability. You guys. All right. Well, I guess we can keep the laugh rolling because we got AOC here acting like an idiot again. She just... can I just say something? I've never mentioned this about AOC, but I think it needs to be brought up. She was a bartender, right? I was thinking she might be the greatest bartender that's ever lived. No. Hear me out. I'm dead. She might be the best freaking bartender that's ever existed. Right? Obviously, she's pretty. She got the looks. You know what I mean? Guys tend to buy from pretty women. I get it. No. It's a shoo-in. I'll give you that one. No. Let me plead my case here. Judge, let me plead my case. Can you imagine listening to this broad at the bar? Sales would go through the roof. You would never stop drinking. Just gotta give me another one, make it stop. Just trying to drown out yourself, just getting super plastered just so she would shut up, just drinking. You know what I mean? The guy's stumbling in the bar after a long day of work, just fucking give me a drink. Right? And she's the one serving him. He's like, oh, it's a pretty girl. And then she just starts opening her mouth. He's just like, oh God, make it stop. I didn't go home because I didn't want to listen to this, the nagging. There's something about the patriarchy that I'm taking somebody's job or something. Dude's just trying to make it through his week. Just like, please make it stop. He's crying. And she's trying to sit there and calm him down. Just making it worse. Well, if you weren't a man, things would be fine. If you weren't sitting there supporting Trump, you'd be fine. He's like, fuck. His tab is going through the roof. Poor guy. Well, anywho, she's in. I didn't even read the title. I'm so sorry. Do you say bar fly? I don't know what that is, but hopefully I didn't say anything inappropriate. Keeping men out of women's bathrooms is endangering women. I didn't read this yet, but you know there's a gem in here, Patriots. You know there's a gem in here. Representative AOC fumed over House Speaker Mike Johnson and Representative Nancy Mace pushing the ban to ban men identifying as transgender from being able to use women's bathrooms, which we have already covered earlier this week. What's going on, Davidson? Love that. It's disgusting. And everybody, no matter how you feel on this issue, should reject it completely. They're doing this so that Nancy Mace can make a buck and send a text message and fundraise off an email. They're doing this to protect people. Oh, wait, it doesn't say that at all. Oh, wait, it does, though. She is doing this to protect people, but AOC says they're not doing this to protect people. So who's right? We're right, AOC. And there's a clip here. Eric Birch with the $5. Thank you so much. Good morning, Patriot family. Always supporting the show and a member. Love that, sir. Thank you so much. And that deserves a salute. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody over at Rumble. If I did, call me out, please, and let me know who it was so I can find him. So here she is, freaking out. And I gotta make sure I got this queued up right. Here we go. I mean, you could tell, right? What is going on with me queuing it up right when they're like, it's terrible. She's sitting there making bathrooms safe again.
It's disgusting. And everybody, no matter how you feel on this issue, should reject it completely. What are they doing? They're doing this so that Nancy Mace can make a buck and send a text and fundraise off an email. They're not doing this to protect people. They're endangering women. They're endangering girls of all kinds. And everybody should reject it. It's gross. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's disgusting.
You know what? I thought I read AOC's words better than she said them. I'm AOC's spokesperson now. I say I read it better. I did better. Now, here's the thing. Can I give her some advice? AOC, when you act crazy all the time, nobody wants to listen to you. You got to sit there and just like you want to diversify everything, you need to diversify kind of how you sit there and present yourself to the media. Because every time I see a clip of you, they're going to tear us apart. They're not saving people. He's going to destroy democracy, right? It's just like you got to be calm. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. We're just trying to save people. We're just trying to help people. But she wants men in women's bathrooms. You know, for us men, we know psycho men. All of us have met a crazy dude before. And all of us have thought, yeah, I don't think I want that guy around my kids. Or, yeah, you know, that dude, no, I don't feel comfortable with him around my wife because that dude's crazy. Yeah, that guy's a psycho. Now, that's just like a normal dude, right? Like a guy that's dressed like actually like a normal guy. We're not even talking about a guy that thinks he's a woman walking into a woman's bathroom. No, they're not going to do anything harmful. What do you mean? What do you guys mean? Nobody said that, by the way. I completely made that up. I'm making up chats. Not real. So anyways, that's going on. And they're losing their minds. They're right 100%, and even myself being around them because they could go off on a limb. Yeah, exactly. There you go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Exactly. You know what I mean? They're sitting there, right? They're right. Bald guys in the women's bathroom, right? Identifying as a woman, just putting on his chapstick makeup. Just, I hate Trump, but I love Hillary, blah, 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 right? And just starts swinging for the fence. Just fucking get off of me, right? Just starts beating the crap out of all the women. It happens. It's rare, but I'm sure it's happened. Right? Lady walks in. She's just at this nice freaking Broadway show. I just sing Wicked with my family. I've waited 15 years for this. This is amazing. It's the best time of my life. And stumbles in. You're not supposed to be in here. And the guy just, what? Starts swinging. No, I'm supposed to be here. I'm a woman. And it's just chaos. Anywho, speaking of chaos, speaking of women, speaking of losing their ish, we got The View. The View's back. And what they try to do, and just like they did when Joe mentioned, I think it was ivermectin, well, they try to discredit dragon believer Joe Rogan, and he hits right back. So we have these clips here. And I mean, The View must be getting great ratings right now because they are just coming out with one legal thing after another legal thing. So let's see if, I mean, there's so many clips here. Dressed in an oversized, sparkly silver suit, Sonny Hostin is forced to read another legal note about the allegations against Matt Gaetz. So I'm not intentionally queuing it up like this. It's just what's going on. So if you're not aware, she earlier this week had to read a legal note live on air. And here she is in the same week reading another legal note.
I have a legal note. Matt Gaetz has long denied all allegations and has not been charged with any crime. Gaetz previously dismissed allegations that he paid for sex, saying that, quote, someone is trying to recategorize my generosity to ex-girlfriends as something more untoward. Another legal note, Pete Hegseth's lawyer said he paid the woman in 2023 to head off the threat of a baseless lawsuit. He has denied any wrongdoing.
Just call the show legal.
I was like, who the hell is that for a second? Whoopi.
Note from now on.
Or really long music. We'll be right back.
Now, Joy Behar is still pushing the debunked allegations against Justice Kavanaugh. Still, years later, she's still pushing just all this crazy stuff.
Listen, I'm remembering, it's reminded me of when Kavanaugh was up for the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
And the FBI never really followed through on the investigation, as far as I know. Am I correct on that?
You're
Sonia?
correct. They
I
stopped
am.
the investigation.
So, I mean, that's the beginning of the end right there. People should have been alerted to what was going to be coming down the pike right there. So I'm not surprised by it.
Can I mention something here? It's okay that Joy Behar might not be like an intellectual. Like, that's completely fine. I'm not an intellectual. I'm not a savant. I'm not an extremely smart guy. I try to run on common sense. I'm not even saying everything I do in life is an output of a common sense thinking. I screw up every now and then. But Joy just lacks kind of everything. Like, common sense is not there with her. Remember, I always call out this example where this black girl, Kamala Bryant, was actively stabbing another black chick in the neck. And it was probably this far. It's on tape, body cam footage. You see the whole thing. This far from penetrating the girl's neck, right? Because she was actively doing it. This cop comes up, this white cop, and goes, pop, 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 right? Shoots the girl that's about to stab another girl, saves the other girl's life. And Joy Behar, we have a whole video on it, goes, couldn't he just fire a warning shot, shoot her in the buttocks, or shoot him in the kneecaps? This is called an idiot. This is called somebody that brain don't work correctly, that clearly hasn't thought things out fully. Now, I get when things are complicated at times where it's like, okay, like, yeah, if I would use this variable, I could see it producing a few other strings of variables and causing maybe my thinking to be wrong. I get that. We're not talking about that. We're talking about something simple here. If he fired a warning shot in the air, Joy, where do you think that knife would be now? In that girl's neck. And she would be what? Dead. See how it's not too far along there where things fall apart for her. So, they were pushing the whole just, not hoax, but, I don't know what you call it. I guess they were pushing like a hoax. They were pushing a bunch of phony stuff. So she had to read a legal note. And then Sarah Hines suggested people would be wary of potential for social media, especially to spread misinformation, adding that they would triple check things before they simply accepted them as true. That's why people like our show, because they know we are checked by ABC News, Behar claimed. Checked by everybody. This is what they're saying. And quote, and if we're wrong, we have the legal note here. We went from Walter Cronkite basically to this guy, Joe Rogan, who believes in dragons. I checked it. He believes in dragons. I think this is the clip here. I'll make sure. Yes.
And they aren't just here in this country. They're foreign adversaries who are infiltrating our social media because it is prudent for us to stay that way. So when you see something that really pisses you off, you should triple check that one.
Yeah. But I think that's why people like our show, because they know that we are checked by ABC News. But
We're checked by everybody.
Yeah. I mean, if we're wrong, we have, the legal note here.
The human legal note.
But we went from Walter Cronkite basically to this guy, Joe Rogan, who believes in dragons. I checked it. He believes in dragons? He believes in dragons.
Did you triple source that?
Yes, I did. And he also thinks that dragons, like dinosaur type of animals, roamed the earth when people did. So this is the type of really, really bad information that's going out there.
Well, in defense, there are some really good news.
It's possible that Donald Trump did roam the earth when dinosaurs were here.
There are some really good news kind of influencer types, and I think it's great that they're getting information about global and current events in front of younger people who maybe don't tune into traditional media. But to Sarah's point, there has to be some fact checking and actually verification of the things that are shared, because I spend a lot of time on Instagram Reels and I'm served up things that I get outraged about. And then I realize, oh, that's not even true, but I have the sense to go and look it up. But what I do worry about with this, like the Blue Sky versus X, because a lot of people I follow on X, Twitter, have now left to go to Blue Sky. I worry we're all going into our own echo chamber. So we had this, this election.
All right. Well, she's correct on that about an echo chamber. But you got to love that fact that they're going to sit there and say things about Joe Rogan, right? So what Rogan actually said, and forgive me 1 second. What Rogan actually said was that he was fascinated by things that did not exist, but still appeared across cultures like dragons. He then explained that he believed people had seen something real, like a large lizard, which inspired exaggerations and stories that led to legends. On the notion of fire-breathing dragons that hoarded treasure, Rogan's assessment was simple BS. Despite that, when video of Behar's wild claim began circulating on X and someone pointed out, Rogan said, "That's my new official X description." I wonder if he actually did make that his X description. Oh, he did! Rogan changed it. Oh, that's dragon believer now. That's funny. Oh, good for him. That's funny. See what they do? It's great because like they don't understand that we can play on their stupidity and basically have fun. They're so behind us in the sense of understanding of how things should or are supposed to work and how like what common sense looks like, that when we actually, it's basically making fun of them without knowing that we're making fun of them. And they're not aware of it. Like they don't get it. Does that make sense? Like he's sitting there, they're trying to make fun of him and call him out. And he's like, no, I think that's actually really funny. I'm gonna go ahead and use Dragon Believer. I'm gonna play into it. Like Donald Trump did with the garbage truck. Look at, how do you like my garbage truck? Like they don't get that we're sitting there playing into all this stuff and we're having a good old time with it. I mean, we are having a freaking blast. This next 4 years is going to be freaking amazing. if this is what the type of stuff we're going to get, I'm excited about it. I mean, obviously all the great stuff that Trump wants to do, Elon, Vivek, right? All the stuff. No, that's like the cake. You know what I mean? What Trump wants to do is the cake. The stuff we're seeing here from The View, and we get to sit there and make fun of them, and then MSNBC spazzing out, losing their minds. That's like the icing on the cake that just makes, man. If Trump can figure a lot of this stuff out, it's gonna be good. This is like the golden era. It's gonna be great. I hope so. God, and we get to have a podcast to get to do this. What the fuck? We're about to step into some awesome stuff here, and we get to hang out together and experience all of it together. As you can tell, I'm a little excited now. I'm a little excited because I get to hang out with you guys, but I get to share this with all of you, and you share it with me. We get to hang out and laugh together and cry and just have a good old time. Are we streaming the inauguration, Patriots? Is that what we're doing? I know it's 2 months away, but you guys want to stream? Should we stream? Let me know. Let me know if you'll be there. Speaking of Elon and Vivek, I wasn't even planning on that, but here we go. We'll cut funding for progressive groups like Planned Parenthood. So early on in the podcast, I said, hey, I got some stuff here for the Doge. By the way, look, Trump is thinning down, you guys. God, he's looking good. You guys see that? Well, that's me. Hold on a second. Oh, I need to fix this. I just messed up my computer. There we go. My chat disappeared. He's looking good. Right? Look at his belly's really gone. He's kind of starting to look like filled in. Like, I don't know if he's working out or what. The jaw's getting more chiseled. He's hitting the tanning bed. Good for you, Mr. President. Good for you. Okay. Well, Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy, he probably saw all those cards that he's selling, you know what I mean? That makes him look like a superhero. And then everybody has him as ripped and he looks good. He's like, I can do it. I'm going to make me strong again. They're going to check out the overspending. And while skepticism questions how much federal spending Doge can tame through executive action alone, Ramaswamy and Musk wrote in a joint Wall Street Journal op-ed, they point to the 1974 Impoundment Control Act. I've never even heard of that, which stops the president from seizing expenditures authorized by Congress. Mr. Trump has previously suggested this statute is unconstitutional, and we believe the current Supreme Court would likely side with him on this question. But even without relying on that view, they added Doge will help end federal overspending by taking aim at $500 billion plus its annual federal expenditures that are unauthorized by Congress or being used in ways that Congress never intended, from $535 million a year in the corporation, basically public broadcasting. And we covered this before, $1.5 billion for grants to international organizations and nearly $300 million to progressive groups like Planned Parenthood. And good. Start slashing everything. If they want money, people can donate. Do you know what I mean? People can donate. Now, Planned Parenthood boasts of being the nation's largest abortion provider. They performed almost 400,000 abortions in a year. It is less known. That's according to an annual report, by the way. Almost 400 people they killed. Wow. Let me pause. 400,000 people they killed. That's crazy, dude. That's crazy. It is less known for its gender-affirming services. 45 Planned Parenthood affiliates across the United States offer hormone therapy in 2022. The Daily Wire has previously reported on how Planned Parenthood helped an 18-year-old girl obtain a testosterone treatment to begin an attempted gender transition after a brief visit to a Chicago area Planned Parenthood facility. Now, I don't know if you guys recall, this is really a callback. A couple years ago, we used to talk a lot about this stuff and what they were doing on these campuses. And they were putting Planned Parenthood on these high school campuses and basically trying to do this gender affirming care without parental consent. Really crazy stuff going on. Now, Planned Parenthood reports $2.3 billion in net assets in its first annual report, as well as $670 million in governmental funding. So they're going to start cutting that. I'm gonna keep my keep it tame. Keep it tame. Now, Musk has some drama with Bezos. So if you recall, Musk had some allegedly got in a toughie at Mar-a-Lago with one of Trump's people. And he's like, that guy's a mole, Trump. That guy's a mole. Mole, 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 mole. It's a guacamole. You guys remember that from Austin Powers? Well, allegations said that wasn't true, but Elon Musk is like sticking up hardcore for Donald Trump. Now, in another battle of billionaires with American founder Jeff Bezos for Amazon, denying a politically charged allegation shared by tech executive Elon Musk. Overnight, Musk posted to social media X platform about hearing that Bezos had been telling people that President-elect Donald Trump would lose the 2024 election. Just learned tonight at Mar-a-Lago that Bezos was telling everyone that Trump would lose for sure, so they should sell all their Tesla and SpaceX stock. Musk, who endorsed Donald Trump on the campaign trail and is now slated to head the Doge. Bezos shot back in a reply on Thursday morning saying, nope, 100% not true. The denial was the latest salvo in the longstanding rivalry that ranges from a competition between their space companies to Musk dissing Amazon's Lord of the Rings series. My buddy's like a hardcore Lord of the Rings fan. He said that's just, the series sucks. It's not good. It's really, really bad. So that's the latest snafu between the two. Now, who knows? It's all hearsay, but, you know, maybe Musk can see Bezos' tweets or something. I don't know. And not sure. So there's that drama unfolding. We also have an illegal alien charged with raping a 14-year-old girl in Denver as mayor opposes deportation effort. So an alleged illegal alien from Venezuela, I'm being careful for legal reasons, was charged with raping a 14-year-old girl in Denver, Colorado. But again, as I always say, he's just here for a better life, guys. According to Kamala Harris, he just came because of climate change. Yeah, there's a drought. There's a famine happening. Yep, in Venezuela. Yeah, that's why he came. No, the raping of the girl, we got to look past that. No. It's he's just here for a better life. Yeah. I don't know why we even arrested the guy. Oh, they're good people. Yeah, he's contributing to the American dream. He's trying to make America great again. Of course, I'm being facetious. Of course, it's bogus. This guy's a scumbag. He should have never been here in the first place. The 20-year-old Venezuelan national was arrested this week for raping allegedly, a 14-year-old girl, the daughter of his boss, whose home he was temporarily living in. Oh, lovely. Jeez. This individual has forced himself on the 14-year-old daughter of the homeowner, sexually assaulting her. He left the residence before deputies arrived. After many weeks of relentless investigative work, the investigators were able to locate this individual and place him in custody without incident. So what's he still doing here? Castillo is believed to have illegally entered the United States by way of El Paso, Texas, under the Biden-Harris administration in September of 2023. Oh, okay. And then what do you have there? Well, the mayor, Mike Johnston, a Democrat, of course he is, recently said that he would resist attempts by the federal government to enforce immigration law. It's really astonishing that you have actual politicians that are going, you know what? We're going to go against your laws. Yeah, we're just going to ignore those. Even indicating that he would use police in an attempt to force federal law enforcement out of the city. More than us having the police department, Denver Police Department, stationed at the county line to keep them out. You have 50,000 Denverites there. It's like the Tiananmen Square moment. Oh God, come on, give me a break. Tiananmen Square moment with the rose and the gun, right? You'd have every one of those Highland moms who come out for the migrants, and you do not want to mess with them. Well, when you start showing them that their daughters are being murdered and their children are being raped, it's a little bit of a different story. And I think we've been doing a article on that almost every day now. I mean, and if we didn't, we could. It's relentless of this happening. Now you would think like, oh, well, you know, Denver might be the only state. No, it wasn't. Remember, Massachusetts said they're going to do the same thing. And here we have Boston mayor now doubles down on defying Trump deportations as Massachusetts police arrest migrant for child rape. So we talked about this yesterday. And now you have the mayor, Michelle Wu, reaffirmed her refusal to fully cooperate with the Trump administration's planned deportations. The same day, 2 illegal immigrants were charged with raping a child and children in Massachusetts. In response to criticism for incoming Trump border czar Tom Homan, Wu, who had previously said she would maintain Boston's sanctuary city status in defiance of the Trump administration, said Wednesday that she had no intention of rolling out the welcoming mat for the president-elect and his team. They could say whatever they want about me, but our public safety record speaks for itself. Boston is the safest major city in America, the mayor said. Our homicide rates are among the lowest of any city nationally, and gun violence has been at an all-time historic low over the last 2 years here in Boston. The same day, U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement Field Office in Boston announced it arrested 2 illegal immigrants for forcibly raping a child. We're the safest place ever. Yeah, they don't do anything. They're raping children. Democrats voted for her. Now, I say start busing them and flying them to Boston. That's what I say. Just do exactly what they did to New York and cripple their infrastructure. Here's that clip.
What will Boston's response be if these mass deportations take place?
Yeah, look, elections have consequences, and the federal government is responsible for a certain set of actions, and cities, no individual city can reverse or override some parts of that. But what we can do is make sure that we are doing our part to protect our residents in every possible way, that we are not cooperating with those efforts that actually threaten the safety of everyone by causing widespread fear and having large-scale economic impact.
What will Boston?
Large-scale, yeah. Spreading fear. You mean kind of like what your whole party was doing by saying that Donald Trump's going to be a threat to democracy and that he's going to start a World War III? But yeah, isn't it Biden that basically we're on the verge of a World War III right now? Some people just don't see it. And speaking of World War III, speaking of Russia, speaking of Ukraine, we have Biden admin sending another $275 million in military aid to Ukraine before Trump takes office. Remember, we talked about this, how the Biden-Harris administration, this was about, I think, last week or a week and a half ago, was talking about how they're going to push through as much money as they can before Donald Trump enters office. So the Biden administration announced Wednesday that it would provide Ukraine with another $275 million in military aid as Trump amps up support for as its aide amps up support for the country before President-elect Donald Trump takes office. Anthony Blinken, he's just another terrible person, by the way, at their job. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken announced that the U.S. would give Ukraine ammunition for high-mobility artillery rocket systems, TOW missile landmines, and small arms and training equipment, and a variety of other ammunition drones. So I saw a clip yesterday with Lloyd Austin, the Secretary of Defense, and they were talking about these landmines. And he's like, well, they can be controlled so they don't go off. You know, it's a lot more safer. As part of the surge in security assistance that the Biden administration announced on September 26th, the United States is providing another significant package of urgently needed weapons and equipment to our Ukrainian partners as it defeated against Russia's ongoing attacks. We will continue to provide Ukraine the support it needs to succeed. I'm so tired of this. To succeed on the battlefield and prevail in its defense against the Russian aggression. They're not going to. This whole fantasy that they're going to succeed and beat the Russians is silly. It's silly. They're not. It's again, the Democrats are playing in this delusion. You could send them all the money you want. It's not going to end up. It's only going to prolong the inevitable, and that's Ukraine losing. That's all that's going to happen here. And we're just throwing a ton of money because there's a military-industrial complex that seems to want to make sure they get World War III going before my father has a chance to create peace and save lives. Again, that is Trump trying to save people. And what the Biden, Harris, and Democrats are trying to do is start a war. Got to lock in those trillions. Life be damned, imbeciles. He posted on X. So that comes from Donald Trump Jr. Frustrating, man. Frustrating. Let me see if I can get this up. I had a clip just the other day. I want to see if I can find it. and I sent it to myself, and it was pretty awesome. So I'm on TikTok. If you guys aren't, join me over there. It's a pretty cool platform. I don't know how long it'll be around, so I don't invest a ton of time into it, but I do post. And sorry, I'm reading this out. I want to see if this is it. Maybe I didn't send it to myself. Let me see here. Let's see if this is the one. No. All right, well, we'll have to find it. We'll have to find it. Who knows where it went? It disappeared. It disappeared. Good morning. I'm late. Gotta rewind. Title seems extra interesting this AM. Excited to hear your take, Brad. Thank you so much. All right, well, he said bald. Okay, I know. I'm bald. I know. It's terrible. On TikTok, I got 5 strikes. Yeah, speaking of that, we still got our strike, and we had another video get flagged yesterday. They don't even tell you what you say wrong. These censorship people, I don't know what's wrong with them, but they don't like us very much. See, I don't know how to work freaking. Anyways, we'll have to figure it out. Oh, thank you, Secret Agent. She posted this. So repost. Here we go. Yes, this is the stuff I want to play. All right, so here's my page. Well, we're gonna get flagged regardless, so we might as well just play it. I think it's this one I like.
Have a voice. I am your voice. So to every parent who dreams for their child, and every child who dreams for their future, I say these words to you tonight.
It's just a cool clip. I mean, that scene where the jets are flying, that's dope. Now, this is what I want for Trump's inauguration right here. I want this, but like scaled way bigger. I want way bigger. This is badass. I want the stealth bombers out there. I want the drones. I want the F-35s. I want the F-22s. I want the whole brigade. I want a live feed of these badass military men and women from all around the world. And I want the aircraft carrier shot of just them just launching jets, right? And just doing the barrel rolls over the White House. You're going, holy shit, right? Trump going, oh, make America, that is awesome. So if you don't mind, I'm going to play it one more time just because it's badass, okay? That's ever existed. Terry, thank you so much for the $5. Hit that like button, please, with the thumbs up. Thank you so much. Terry's always support and has the Don't Tread on Me badge, which means you've been a member for quite some time. Always appreciate your guys' support for the channel, for the show, for the cause, which is, quite frankly, yes, the cause is the community that we're building here, but it's also to get conservative thought and ideas out there to new viewers and call it the hypocrisy of the progressive left. So you guys are greatly appreciated. We'll get the UFO out for you, Brad. Yo, what? The UFO? I'm into UFOs. I'm into all that stuff. So don't get me going. I love good conspiracy theories and good supernatural stuff. But that is the conclusion, folks. We do have to get to work now. I have to get dressed within 5 minutes here. So always appreciate you guys. Really, I do mean that. Check out Trojan Horse. I'm going to continue to plug my book and my merch because it's the holiday season and now's the time to be thankful and, spread the gifts of joy to everybody. And there's no greater gift than learning how the left is destroying this country. And maybe we need to write a sequel of how Donald Trump's going to save it, folks. So maybe that's what we'll write next. I don't know. But with that being said, love you. Take care of one another. Pray for this country. Pray for Mr. 45 and soon to be 47. And Patriots, I'll see you tomorrow here on The Will Brad Show. Take care, Patriots.